Good evening and welcome to Prime of Midlife. It is Monday evening, it is belting down with rain outside. Not, however, as bad as it was at 3:30 this morning when the cat jumped on top of me to let me know about the thunder and lightning. That was some serious thunder and lightning we had about 3:30 this morning. Thankfully, by the time I woke up the back of 6, it was gone. We've had rain pretty much most of the day, but it will be that useful kind of rain that's not too heavy and it will start absorbing into the ground. So fingers crossed. Tonight, I have a question for you. What do you class as an emergency? If you were in your local council or on the school board or a government minister perchance, what would you class as an emergency? What would you think would need your attention? Would the fact that millions of pounds worth of food has been left rotting in the fields at the same time as there is a drought, so millions of pounds worth of food is not growing and thousands of animals are eating winter's food, so there's not going to be food available for them? Would you not think that's an emergency? Because I personally would. I'd have thought, the prospect of a large percentage of the population that you're supposed to be in charge of, or your demographic that you're supposed to be in charge of, I'd have thought that a large percentage of them really struggling to choose between heating and eating would have been classed as an emergency. Now, on here, I wrote it down, the headline. Number 10 admits Johnson will only be contacted if urgent while on holiday. This will be second holiday, remember? And he will only be contacted if it's urgent. What do they class as urgent? Would that be if one of the other world leaders want to speak to him? Oh, but wait. No, there's a lot of them saying that they can't come for his farewell telephone calls or come to see him to say goodbye, etc. Obviously, he was held in such high esteem throughout the world that nobody really cares. And obviously, he doesn't really care about what happens now either, because he's just absolved himself of all responsibility, and his own government saying he will only be contacted if there is an emergency. Well, personally, I think a lack of food, increased energy prices so that we're barely going to be able to heat our homes is an emergency. There was so nearly a swear word there, can I just mention? So, yourself, if you're at work and something goes wrong, if someone deems it an emergency, they just phone you. But Boris Johnson, the country is falling down round about his ears and he's away swanning it somewhere nice and hot, getting his wee bottle of wine with Carrie, going and enjoying himself, and the civil service or the rest of the Tory party or whoever it is that makes that decision has obviously decided that they will not contact him unless it's an emergency. So I'm not happy with that at all. But then, this is a big but then what you've got to think, what good is he anyway? What good has he ever been? Apart from being the figurehead. That's all he is. He's the face. He's the one that talks. He's your blusterer. He's the one that's like, let's get Brexit done. Let's do this. Let's do that. His headlines. No substance. No substance at all. And it is only to be hoped that whoever succeeds him is maybe remotely better, which wouldn't be hard. Because much as I think it's disgusting that he's away on holiday and what we're going through as a country is not seen as an emergency, to be honest, if he was here, what would he do? So what was it the other guy said? We'll get this ship out the other side. Behave yourself. You don't have a damn clue what you're talking about, boy. Honestly. So, there. That's my thoughts for tonight. I'm not impressed, but then again, I can't think of anything better. There isn't a better option at the moment. So, it's like, Do we want him back because I'm insulted that the Prime Minister's away and will only be called back in an emergency? Or really, is that useless anyway? Well, what's the point of having him here? Because he's not going to make anything better because he hasn't up until now. I'll leave you with that question. What do you class as an emergency? Catch you later.